Ready? 3, 2, 1, start. Therefore, the only question that needs to be examined is as to whether the executing court ensured compliance with the requirements under Rule 32 of Order 21 CPC before it directed the arrest of the petitioners. Rule 32 within bracket 1 of Order 21 is relevant in this regard. Stop. It reads as under para. Decree for specific performance for restitution of conjugal rights or for an injunction where the party against whom a decree for the specific performance of a contract or for restitution of conjugal rights or for an injunction has been passed has had an opportunity of obeying the decree and has willfully failed to obey it, the decree may be enforced in the case of a decree for restitution of conjugal rights by the attachment of his property, or in the case of a decree for the specific performance of a contract or for an injunction by his detention the civil prison or by the attachment of his property or by both. Stop para. From a perusal of the rule, it is evident that mere existence of a decree for perpetual injunction or for that matter a mere complaint by the decree holder against the judgment debtor is not sufficient to direct the detention of the judgment debtor in civil prison. Stop. Two facts are necessary to be proved by the decree holder. Stop. In a way, they are two facets of the same phenomena. Stop. The first is that the judgment debtor must have an opportunity to obey the decree, and the second is that despite such an opportunity, he had willfully failed to obey it. Stop. To state in different terms, mere failure of a judgment debtor to obey the decree when he did not have an opportunity to do so cannot constitute a ground to order his detention in civil prison. Stop. Similarly, if the failure is not willful, the executing court cannot direct his detention notwithstanding that the judgment debtor had an opportunity to obey the decree. Stop. Both the facts must be proved. Stop. By their very nature, they need to be established through sufficient evidence to the satisfaction of the court. Stop. The fact that the judgment debtor remained or was set ex parte does not relieve the decree holder of his obligation and burden to prove the ingredients of Rule 32. Stop. In the instant case, the allegation made by the respondents in their EP is that the petitioners herein tried to interfere their possession when they were plowing the land. Stop. The date of alleged interference is not mentioned clearly. Stop. The person who is said to have interfered is not named. Stop. The petitioners were set ex parte. Stop. In the affidavit filed in support of the application to set aside the same, they stated inter alia that the first petitioner is an aged person. Petitioners number 2 and 3 are living at a different place on account of their employment, and that the fourth petitioner was not even in the village since he is pursuing his studies elsewhere. Stop. The trial court dismissed the applications to set aside the orders setting the petitioner's ex parte. Stop. The order dated 7/8/2006 passed by it reads as under. Stop. Over.